Hey, it's Chris Powell and with Armor Realty, and we're in Aurora, Indiana today. We are at 13255 Wilmington Hills North in Aurora, Indiana. If you're not familiar with Wilmington Hills subdivision, as you head out 350, about halfway between Aurora and Moores Hill, there is a subdivision to the left and right past Wilmington. That's where we're at. So we're at a 3-bedroom ranch. It's got 2 full baths, 1 partial bath, 2 full up top, and one full in the basement. It does have a full basement with a walkout. It is 1,527 square feet. It's currently on the market for $289,000, and it's a little bit of a time capsule, but it's the bones are there for sure. But it definitely needs a little updating. So it was built in 1978, and I can't really find anything it's changed since then. So, but you never know. Well, the furnace, I guess I shouldn't say that. The furnace is new, or newer, and the roof's been updated, things like that. So the mechanicals have been addressed, but it's very authentic inside. So we'll flip the camera around here, just take a quick stroll, or a quick peek up and down Wilmington Hills North here, and go from there. So it's the end of a cul-de-sac. It will be a little noisy, just because they're putting in a new culvert right here. So luckily they I don't know, they got to whatever they needed to do, but they were making a lot of ruckus when I first pulled in, so I thought it was going to make for a poor video. But we do have got a nice maple tree here, and there's a nice mature oak right there. And this is right down at the end of the bend here is a cul-de-sac. So this is a dead end. So, but we've got a gravel driveway, 2-car garage right here in the front, and it's got this nice concrete pad here. Again, let's see if it mentions the age of the roof. It's slightly windy, so we don't have the age of the roof, but it's a 3-dimensional, so it's, it looks newer. It's definitely been replaced. It's not 1978 by no means. All brick exterior. Again, so as soon as you walk in the door, you're walk into the living room. Not much of a foyer, or a private foyer, but it's open to the living room. You got this large coat closet right here, and then you also have another coat closet, shelf closet right here. Massive brick fireplace here at the end of the living room. It is a true wood burner. I did not see a thimble downstairs. And now that I say that, I have to look and see if I didn't see a chimney. So we'll have to make sure they might have dropped this down below the roof line. But we'll check that out when we get outside. So we'll take the stroll. I guess we'll start in the kitchen here, and we'll go around to the bedrooms. So off of the living room here, you walk into the kitchen. This could definitely, if you wanted to kind of work with a little, blow this wall out here a little bit more, if you want that more of an open concept that everybody loves right now. But yeah, there's a lot you could actually do. You could actually blow this out a little bit more. Maybe if you were going to reconfigure the kitchen, maybe have a counter level here or something. There's a lot of things you could do with this. But again, it's a standard ranch. So, it's kind of a blank slate at this point. So again, very authentic. So I don't think Chip and Diane could do much with these cabinets, but who knows? Somebody was to paint them or something and do something, I don't know, but definitely could use countertops. Probably just going to need a whole gut on the kitchen if you want to. Really, if you wanted to bring it up to modern standards or modern looks or whatever you want to call it. But the kitchen, the cabinets. Of course, I tell everybody all the time, just give it a minute and it come back around again. Everybody's running around painting wood and all that kind of stuff, but I guarantee you from 10 years from now, people are going to be like, how can I strip this paint off this wood to get it back to wood? So this is the main bathroom for the first floor, and Again, everything's probably circa 1978. I haven't seen anything that really stands out as an upgrade. I don't think that color of blue is currently available at Lowe's, but I bet you somewhere somebody would love to have that toilet because that is way cool. Go ahead and get that handsome real estate agent in here because he's got to be in all the videos. We'll walk around the bend here to the smallest of our 3 bedrooms. It's not horribly tiny, but it's got I mean, you put a full in here is pushing it probably. Definitely, I think a queen and a king would be a no-no for this size of room. And down the hall, let's see that bedroom. Oh, they don't have it listed. Oh, there it is. That would be 11 by 11, it looks like. And this one is not much bigger, but it kind of feels a little bit bigger. I think it's just because it only has 1 window versus the 2 windows, but this is listed as 11 by 12. But yeah, it's got a little closet here. Both of them had just kind of a standard sized closet, not a walk-in or anything. And then continuing on down the hall, we have our owner's suite. You like that I said owner's suite. I'm trying to get that out of my system so this one does have an off suite, and it is again very authentic. So I think the medicine cabinet has been updated at some point in time. But other than that, it does not have a tub. It has a shower, but it's a good size shower. And it has it's definitely, this is like a 5 by 10 bath. So you could totally put in a shower or a bathtub if one wanted to. There's the room for it, but it currently has a shower. Okay, so there's that. Then we'll walk through the living room here again real quick and take a poke out into the garage. So again, this is just a circular floor plan. Big walk around. So it does have I would say it's a 2-car garage. You're not going to get 2 F-350s in here, but you could definitely get 2 cars in here. So yeah, it does have a man door out to the back, which is always nice. But yeah, so there again, there's that big fireplace. And again, I'll have to double check. I think they might have dropped that down below the roof line, so then of course it would no longer be functional. The windows appear to be authentic to the house, but this just to point out that this big slider here has been updated, I would have to say. Oh, this is not circa 1978. So the slider's definitely been replaced, and then it does have it has like a storm window on it too. So it's a heck of a door here. Then it's got a screen that looks like somebody, maybe a dog or something, has kicked or hit up too many times. It does have a small deck out here that is a little weathered. I mean, it definitely has quite a few years of serviceable life left in it if somebody got on it, stained it, and did a little touch up here and there. But it's not humongous. Again, just looking up at the roof here, you can see that chimney is that fireplace is right on the other side of that wall. So it definitely, when they put the roof on, it appears that they dropped it down below the roof line. So that chimney is no longer, that fireplace is definitely no longer serviceable. But anything can be put back, I guess, if you want to do the fireplaces there. You just have to somebody put the chimney back up above the roof line again. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll head downstairs. So the stairwell to the downstairs is off of the kitchen. So as you come down the kitchen, right across the street from that bathroom is the stairwell to the basement. So let's come on down here. So paneling throughout. We do have, this is where your laundry room is, and it also has, this is where that half bath is. So again, it's Definitely. And this, so there is somewhat of a leak right there, and I can't see. We would be right above the kitchen, so this is probably just an old leak that's been repaired. But just to point that out. Water heater does not look like a spring chicken, but it's definitely not 1978. The furnace has been updated to train. I do like trains, I gotta say. And there is some storage back in here. A little side note on a train. So we have two furnaces in our house. One's a pane and one's a train. And the pane furnace is probably 10 years younger than the train furnace. And the pane furnace is getting replaced this fall. And the train furnace is still kicking. So that gives you an idea. I mean, if you ever hear me in these videos talk about trains, that's the reason why. It's because my train furnace is still kicking. And I see a lot of older train furnaces in homes versus some of these. Even though they say they're all made by the same company anymore, but you never know. So there is quite a bit of storage back in here. There's a water softener. But yeah, lots of storage. Lots of storage. And again, like obviously it has this little it's pretty tight for a car. I could get my car in here, but you're not going to get any big trucks or anything in here for sure. But yeah, you definitely have this nice garage door for, you know, bringing in the lawnmower and all that kind of stuff. Anything big and heavy you want to bring down in here. So, all right. I think that is everything. We'll take a lap around the outside. Let me get a couple lights here. Just don't mind my shaky video as I flick lights off real quick. Oh gosh, I gotta love that carpet. Reminds me of the carpet I had in my grandma's house for sure. The carpet in my grandma's house, not my carpet in my grandma's house. Turn some lights off. And then we'll head out the back door here and take a stroll around the house and some of the surrounding area, or look at the surrounding area, and that will be the extent of it. So here's your closest two neighbors. You got one here to the right, and you got one here to the left, and that's the house is left and the house is right. There's that garage door. The windows do have storm windows on them. Like I said, the windows are probably original to the house as far as 1978, but they do have storm windows. There's that exterior train unit, and there's your man door for the garage. So this would go right into the garage. The property slopes mostly, but there is a flatter spot, like there's a flat spot right there. If one wanted to garden and whatnot. So I don't see any major cracks or anything or craziness in the brickwork. Yep, just a nice home. So it definitely needs, definitely could use some modern touches. But other than that, I mean, the furnace has been replaced. I mean, if there was something I was going to do to this house next, well, it would be like probably the kitchen, things like that. But, you know, for actual hardcore stuff, it might need windows at some point, you know, if you don't want to deal with storm windows, or if you're one that never opens your windows, you would be doing great. So there's a little bit of a crack, just a little bitty thing there. Nothing to write home about, I would say. Got good drainage here, getting the drains away from the house. They got a crack here on the corner. I need to look up that. Well, sorry about that. The video abruptly ended. So we'll deleted enough space off my phone to get into the last bit here. So again, this was 13255 Wilmington Hills North, Aurora, Indiana. It was a 3-bedroom home, 2 full bath, 1 partial bath, 1,527 square feet, and it's currently on the market for $289,000. Built in 1978, 3-bedroom ranch, full basement, 2-car garage, with a little half-car garage in the basement, single car door. It's a little door. But anyway, if you have any questions about this house or any other house, just give us a call. My cell phone is 812-290-1403. Again, that was 812-290-1403. Or check us out online at Aurum Realty, AURUM Realty.com. And I will post the property information at the end of the video. Have a good day.